YouTube! Welcome to another video. Today we're watching The Wild World of Inuit Folklore by Nella. Yippee! Nothing happened. My streams on Twitch are very normal. So if you want to watch a very normal stream, come over on twitch.tv/mipune.
Hey kids, from clubbing seals to inventing new compound nouns for snow, nobody knows how to kick it quite like the Inuit. Of course, if you're a close-minded tree dweller like me, you might initially think that they can't be that good at storytelling, given that they only know about like 6 things. But that's not true.
Bruh, that's evil.
They've actually got an incredibly complex and fascinating oral tradition.
But to be fair, I can't imagine living in like, what is it called? Is it called like a snow desert? Because I hate that. I hate that. I don't know. It's so... Ooh, I hate that.
You could ask one about it. There's plenty of these guys around today, but they've got Jesus and microwaves and shit, and that's boring.
Tundra,
we want to talk about the stuff from before missionaries came and sent their miserable way of life to a farm upstate.
Bruh.
So instead, let a 20-year-old college kid who's never lived outside of Delaware tell you all about it. Obviously,
Mip is torturing chat with evil parenting noises to YouTube. Guys! Do your homework!
Disclaimer, Inuits are super diverse. Calling a caribou Inuit a copper Inuit is like calling a copper caribou a caribou caribou. Sure, they both look the same from far away,
They
but when a
do.
thunderstorm hits, you better know which one to hide under. As
What? They can, they absorb the oh, that's
such,
cool.
while most of the
The
following can
lightning.
be applied in broad terms to most Inuits, the little details come from a variety of subcultures that don't necessarily represent the whole. Got it? Swank. Now, a lot of the world's faiths are centered around bringing people together and inspiring them with stories and
Their ground time. Oh my god, you're right. Their ground
images of the
time.
divine, so as to give them a wider sense of purpose here on Earth. That's all well and good, but that whole search for greater meaning thing only really comes into play once your original purpose of making sure you don't die is pretty much figured out. Not so for the Inuit. You see,
What?
it ain't so easy.
Oh, it's Inuit. Sorry, I said it weirdly, I
Living
think.
in a place where plants can't grow and being naked for an hour means certain death. As
Bruh.
such, their beliefs were a little more practical, being more so geared towards fostering the paranoid levels of fear required to survive in such a hostile environment. For example, the Inuit believed that everyone has a sort of life force or soul, what they called INUIT, and like plenty of religions, they believed it lived on after death and could meddle in the world of mortals. But while most cultures regard animals as being spiritually inferior meat puppets, to the Inuits, a creature's soul is just as powerful and vengeful as that
I like that. I like that. Look at the cute, what is it? Seal. Look at him.
of a person. And like I said, up there in the Arctic, not much greenery in the scenery, so they basically had no choice but to devour nothing but
God.
souls every single day. And
No!
when you know it,
That's... Oh god.
souls don't much care for getting ate. So the Inuit made sure to follow a complex set of guidelines on how to placate their prey.
Very cute and edible. I wonder how they taste like, because they're mammals, right? But they look like fish and they live in the sea. So, but like, they're not gonna taste like fish, right? They're gonna taste like... What do they taste
In
like?
the afterlife,
Chicken,
lest
you
the
think?
pissed off ghost of that Arctic tern
Whale
whispers
meat.
sweet nothings into a polar
Really? Oh, maybe. But what does whale meat taste like?
bear's ears and turns your whole village into a big Japanese flag by sunrise. Here's a few. If you kill something, make sure you eat it all. Just as an
Just
American
fat?
who doesn't
Really?
clean his plate doesn't get dessert, an Inuit who doesn't eat all his walrus doesn't get any more walrus.
Oh my
Ever.
god.
Till they starve. If you kill a polar bear, make
Oh
sure
my
to point its
God.
head towards the direction it came from,
I watched season 3 today, and then the other ones are on YouTube.
so it can find its way home
The
more
older
easily.
ones.
If you pull a seal out of the water, give him some fresh water so he's not thirsty when you bash his brain in.
Aw,
Also, its spirit
cute.
lives in its
Oh.
bladder, so make sure to hold on to it until the yearly bladder festival, where everyone gets
What?
together, blows up their bladders like balloons, and throws them out to sea so they can reincarnate into new seals. These
Bro. The bladders? Bladder festival. Me when I go to the toilet? What the heck?
taboos aren't
Oh, similar to beef. Oh, really?
all just about hunting, though.
Interesting.
For some reason, there's a load of them about pregnancy. Don't make fun of people's facial features, or else the baby will have the same features. Don't walk backwards, or else the
Bruh.
baby will come out backwards. Dangerous. Face your bed towards a doorway, or it'll come come out sideways,
so
also
silly.
dangerous. Don't wrap rope around your hand or it'll come out with the umbilical cord around its neck,
Oh
extremely
my
dangerous.
God.
Don't drink directly from a soup bowl or it'll come out with dark skin, not touching that one. Don't put a bowl on your head or else it'll be wearing the placenta like a hat.
Ew.
Too hilarious, and the list goes on. Central to the consequences of breaking a lot of these rules is the being known as Sedna. The story behind Sedna varies pretty wildly between different groups of Inuits, but here's the gist of it. She was once a young girl who pissed everyone off, either by being annoying or eating too much food or rejecting an arranged marriage or marrying a dog for some reason.
What?
So her father throws her out of a kayak, and when she tries to get back in, he chops off all her fingers. The sea goddess sees this, furrows her long floppy seaweed brow, does a sassy snap, and the girl turns into an immortal sea witch, while her disembodied fingers turn into the first seals. And to this day, Sedna sits at the bottom of the ocean, growing new fingers which promptly fall off and turn into all the world's seal lions and narwhalruses. That is until someone goofs up in some small arbitrary fashion like, "Yo Sedna, bad news, I just caught a guy chewing a piece of blubber. What's wrong with that?" Well, he wasn't looking north while he did it. Are you fucking kidding me? It is
I'm sorry, that's so silly.
defense. He was standing right on the pole, so he literally couldn't look anywhere but south.
He could have moved. That's it. No more fingy foods for 3 moons.
No, she's angry. Don't make her
Fun
angry.
creation myth is how the moon and sun came to be. So long ago, there were these two siblings named Melina and Iningin. The two got along just fine as kids, but as the two got older, they were put into their respective genders' living areas and saw each other less and less. Then one day, Iningin got the feeling that his lower nose was in dire need of some Eskimo kisses. So that night, he snuck into the women's lodges, saw his sister, thought, I pick that one, and proceeded to do, unspeakable things.
It's sister leveling again. Oh my god.
Technically becoming his own Eskimo
Actually, never mind, it's
brother.
worse.
But it was too dark at the time for Melina to tell what happened. The next night, Ningin's like,
I'll fucking do it again.
only this time, Melina smears soot all over his face.
Yeah!
So later she goes over to the men's lodges, and who has crap all over his face but her brother. This makes her so mad that she cuts off her own breasts with a knife, puts
What? What?
them in a bowl, throws them at Iningin, and says, "If you enjoy me so much, then here, eat them. Go
She's... Holy shit! That's wild. That's absolutely wild.
ahead. Eat my disembodied, quivering titties." She runs off into the night with a torch, and Iningin is really remorseful or horny or something, so he chases after her with his own torch, and they end up running so fast that they took off like a plane into the sky, and Melina became the sun while Iningin became the moon. Excuse me?
What? Oh my
Mrs.
god.
Elder, if the sun and moon didn't exist yet, how did he do that stuff at night when there was no night?
That's kind of silly. That's
Now,
so
some
silly.
details of the story are tied into real-world phenomena. Some say that Iningin tripped and messed up his torch, which is why the moon is so dim. And the moon cycles are because he gets really skinny from chasing after her for so long. And the new moon is when he goes away for a few days to hunt seals so he can fatten back up. But here's the kicker. Nobody ever explains what the whole lopping off her tits part was supposed to represent. That's entirely just creative liberty. Just like, yes, that's why the sun doesn't have tits.
True! Why doesn't the sun have tits? True! I've never thought of that!
Probably for the best it doesn't, otherwise half the population will be blind by now, and worse, it's the half that makes up 85% of my viewer base. So you know what? Thanks for slicing and dicing them tea towels, Melina. I kinda owe you my career. But as for you, your eyes are valuable. You should treat them to something more substantial and
Bruh, A-cup is not invisible!
informative. Like, say, a library of high-quality exclusive documentaries. Sponsor time. Curiosity Stream was founded by the dude behind the Discovery Channel, and it's great for someone like me who horks down any useless knowledge he sees, like the brave gators keeping America's sewers free of rats. And with thousands of titles, a lot of which are Curiosity Stream exclusives, it's hard not to find something that interests you.
Where's
Here's a gem I
Raja?
watched
Where's
recently,
Raja
The Kingdom,
saying
How
he
Fungi
loves
Made Our
Curiosity
World.
Stream?
Mushrooms are honestly like if you told aliens about Earth
Oh,
and they
I
tried
love love
best to recreate what they
mushrooms.
thought plants
Wait,
were.
you know what I mean. Mushrooms are
The
cute,
wild
okay?
stuff. You can try CuriosityStream for absolutely free if you sign up at curiositystream.com/salmonella and use promo code
Wow.
salmonella during the sign up process. Also, signing up for a year of CuriosityStream will now give you Nebula for free. What's Nebula? Glad I asked. A bunch of independent creators that I may or may not associate with in some way decided to start their own streaming service,
what's
completely
mushroom
free
tea?
of ads and full of content that can't be seen anywhere else. I hardly make content for my own channel, so God knows I couldn't muster up any Nebula exclusives. But here's some
No.
guys who have. If
Okay,
you
I can't just let you say that. Mushrooms, no, you know how mushrooms are also like, an illegal, I don't know if it's illegal, but, it's also like a thing to take to get like all
like
silly.
'em, go check it out. Anyway,
Oh,
that's all for
thank
today.
you,
Till
Raja.
next time,
Look,
I'm
Raja used this to get affiliate on Twitch, guys. If you want, wait, where is it? If you want affiliate on Twitch, get Curiosity Stream.
Salmonella. And
Alright! Thank you for watching. Awesome video. That was a lot of fun. Oh my god, that was insane. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to Salmonella. And I'll see you in the next one. Oh, and come over to Twitch, please! Bye, YouTube! Bye-bye!